First step, let's just address into what could we expect from the market today. Clearly see low impact reports, so on and so forth. When there is a low impact report, like there is nothing basically happening, in other words. Like in here, there's nothing happening at this point. So what we're going to do on the CL, we're going to focus at the 9 a.m. mark, right? That will be the starting point. And for the NQ and the all indices, right? The ES, YM, etc. We're going to focus obviously for the 9:30 mark, right? On. And typically we'd like to give it about maybe 15 to 20 minutes, depending on how the market is reacting and moving. So basically, when there is no report happening, 8:30, typically we see some high impact reports. That's not going on today. So what's going to move the market respectively, the CL is going to be the 9 o'clock opening of CL and the indices opening, obviously, of the stock market at 9:30. So that will be our focus, which brings in then everything into the perspective of we have enough, plenty of room and time to do our pre-market analysis. All right. So first step right now is just go into the bigger time frames and still address at this point what's going on in price structure. So the important high made it low here. That's another pullback area. Right, and we connect the dots, right? So this is kind of a one swing down in reality. And the market is coming out where most recently on the overnight sessions, including right now, they just picked and broke above that prior swing high. This is a potential bullish outlook where the market most likely is trying to break new grounds after a huge move on the way down yesterday. They recovered the whole thing, and now on the overnight session sustained pretty much in the 25% of the whole move yesterday, in the top 25% of yesterday daily range. So this is the yesterday's daily range, right? Right in there, and the overnight session sustained itself in the top 25% of the whole move. And now they're breaking new highs. So that's indicative of a potential intended move to the upside as of this morning. Now, that's it. That's this morning. That's right now. That is the most recent move. Now we need to pay attention to the bigger picture to see if indeed we're making, in reality, new grounds. And what I'm talking about is sometimes you're paying attention to this, and for you, we got new highs, we're going up. It's a long trade. So these guys are making higher highs. Awesome, we're going to be a buyer. When you zoom out, all of a sudden you fall short by understanding that this is pretty much, right, a correction, right? It's not until they take this important, right, transition, kind of a head and shoulder, triple top, double top formation, whatever you want to call it. It's not until they break this burden or area in here that we can actually call this a reversal, right? And then we have another high in here. So in reality, it's not until the most important rejection highs that they have left behind, like this double top right there and this another high right there, it's not until the market peers through that, like so, that we can call this a full reversal. For me, right now, what I'm seeing is the market is bullish on a heavy correction that might end on any one of these levels that we have here labeled for you. They might even end right now between the 68.10 and 97. Okay? Does that make sense? Yes or no? So there are two factors of reading the market and price structure. I'm on a 60-minute chart, so I have pretty much an overview of what I'm looking at. Whereas many traders take a closer look at the most recent 2 sessions and they see, all right, this is what I have. And yeah, you might be right at that moment, but you're missing the big picture. Got it? So this is the big picture, and this is what is going on right now. You have to join them on, right? and see the full-fledged perspective. Awesome. So basically, my thinking process is the same thing as yesterday. All right, I might be bullish right now. This might be continuing on an upward movement. They move 249 full points or ticks at this point, I'm sorry, ticks to the upside without providing a decent pullback yet. Okay, so what does that mean? We need to expect a pullback at any given moment. That's the first thing. 249 ticks without actually doing a pullback, something's wrong, right? So the next thing that I do is I try to go and find some symmetry every time that the market has moved over 200 ticks and see what to expect. Here's a 200. I'm going to change the color of this. Here's a 200. Here's another 200. Understand? So I'm trying to look for symmetry. Here's close to 200, 180. All right, so we're 249. Okay. So question is, what has happened every time that we see an over 200-point move? Here's what I see: a decent pullback like that, and a major pullback like this, and a major pullback like this. You're starting to see the concept. Right? So, oh, does that mean that it's going to drop whatever? 200 points, 300 and something, 137? No, I'm just saying that every time that they surpass 200, a decent pullback typically precedes it. All right, so we can expect that to happen any moment in time. A pullback might happen, which is great, and that where the zones start playing their role. In other words, if the pullback starts to happen, they should not break below the 52.62 area and still continue on a way up if indeed their intentions are to continue further up, right? And we're going to use the Oracle to validate the tendency eventually, so no issues on that. I'm just trying to give you a thorough explanation of what to expect at any given moment so you can understand how powerful each one of these levels will become based on expectancy. If this would be a high, if this high would be above this high, I'm just explaining like this, then every one of these levels become a very powerful target for today and the remaining of the session, because they would be making higher highs. But since that's not the case, this is just pretty much a correction from a downward move, an impulse move down based on the Elliott wave pattern. This could be a corrective mode. This could be a fifth wave down for as far as I know, right? All I know, it is an impulse move and we are in a corrective mode. And every corrections typically moves in, right, in ABC patterns, if you will, okay? Where this could be A, B, and C continuing up, or A, B, failure, and continue down, right? So there is I mean, I'm not interested about the precise science of this. I just need to know what to expect and the reason why they have moved and what to expect at this point where the market has already moved 249 and where I'm at in terms of price structure. And the only thing that I understand is the price is right now, right here, has not taken the prior swing highs. So for me, even though everything seems to be bullish, it's just a correction, not a new trend up. Meaning this could pretty much be the beginning stages, as I said, of the retest of the pullback and then start coming back up, or perhaps this is the end of it and they start coming back down and continue down. It's either or. That gives me then the perspective of moving then down into lower time frames, like let's say 15-minute chart, and assess what's going on with the levels and the whole thing at large, right? So we have the zone. If the market breaks above that 68.10, it means that they might want to test at 68.31, 58, and 69.02. Now there is a very interesting fact here, and we got two purple levels here. Oh, what does that mean? Very simple. Every time that you see a line that is purple, pink, or of a different colors, I don't know, some of you might be colorblind, but basically these ones right here that are they're purple in this case, represents a 5 times confirmation of floating orders and modalities of analysis that we combine all together, and they construct or coincidize in the exact same price point. Understood? Sometimes they miss by 1 to 2 ticks. That's the margin of error or the threshold that we provide in order to validate that that level might be a purple one. Is everybody cleared on that? Okay. So what does that mean for me? It means that if indeed we're bullish and we're going further up, and this is 5 times confirmed, it means that this could be a huge amount of selling pressure in there waiting to be executed. And if there's not there, it's going to be then in this one. A huge amount of floating orders in there, 5 times confirms, and it's smart money also expecting those levels to be reached. Perhaps this could be their targeting, and let's just use some logic. So what's the logic? The logic is the market is coming on an uptrend. Got it? And if you have floating orders on top above the price, and the prices are coming up, what do you think those floating orders might be? Buyers? Could be. In my opinion, would be most of these buyers are considering starting to unload their positions at those levels precisely. Okay? We have no idea if they're buyers or sellers. We're just using now the logic behind all those levels, and after the years that I was using it, we came to agree that every time that we have 5, 6 times confirmed levels, right, whether that being up or down, if the market is coming into an uptrend and they encounter some of them on top of it, it means automatically that there is, in this case, there are floating orders against a bull market. It means buyers need to start selling their positions and start collecting the funds or the profits that they have done on the way up. Make sense? I mean, I just hope that kind of makes sense, right? It's like duh, logic, right? So I just want to be thorough in explaining the reason why for this levels right here, right? Whenever you encounter them. So each level on the way up, it's a resistant level or a previous resistance, or a previous support that turned into resistance, and the same thing goes along on the way down. Every level, as the market might come down, it is a support. So expect the market to bounce from them, right? You bounce from them, right? The beauty now is that we have the oracle to let us know if they, even if they bounce, if they will continue. Even if they bounce, they will continue. That happened yesterday, and everybody obviously understood and saw the incredible results eventually, the market reaching all the levels that we addressed in the morning. Agree? Everybody remember? Yes. So this is it. So that's the outcome. That's a look, the expectancy, and the way that I look at the opportunity right now. And this is exactly what we need to address right now. So the way that I see it is, once again, even though that right now a 15-minute chart seems like, oh my God, this is extremely bullish. Yes, it's continuing to go higher. The question is, are we actually on a buying market, on a long position? There is this is a bullish market. Move up 2 time frames, take a snapshot of the big picture, and you can say, holy cow, no, we're not. This is a huge downtrend, and these guys are correcting at this point. Are you see the difference, right? Clarity, same thing, copy paste the concept on any chart that you're looking at. So in other words, do not fall prey of just focusing on the lower time frames because you're a day trader or scalper, because you're gonna miss the big picture. You're gonna say, why in the world I went long? I mean, everything's going long, why is they're coming down? Shit, I mean, what's going on? I got problems, these guys are against me. There is a conspiracy. You need to talk to Trump. and see if Trump is going to help me out or not, and all that blue, you know what it means. It's just that you missed out the fact that you probably bought on the previous resistance point, or you're buying right on the edge of a potential previous support that now is turning into resistance. And so on and so forth. All right, so jokes aside, so that's the outlook. I'm expecting pretty much at this point over 200 and something tick move on a bigger time frame. So it seems like this guys might be getting started on a what? On a corrective mode. We'll see about that. The next thing is continuing with the thought process of the CL, right? If you will, I need to make sure to see if I am going to continue holding a position or not. Okay. So you scan, right, the Oracle, and the way that we use the Oracle is specifically for the CL or crude oil. The ones that we're paying attention is the following: M60, M15, M5. Those are the only one right in there. So the M60 right in here, the M60 right in here, we need to see the percentage inside of it to be 115, stronger or weaker. Agreed? Yes, press number 5 if you get it. I need to move along pretty quick. So this is no more of a training. It's just an explanation so we can move along. The M15 has to be 150% stronger or weaker, right? And the M5 has to be at least at 200 mark, right? Preferably. I sometimes refer to the M3 a lot, and it has to be at 200 as well. Okay. So, but basically on the CL, what we use is the M60, 15, and M3. Now that I have that covered, let's just move on into the indices. The indices, we apply the exact same numbers, but we're going to start with the long-term perspective view of the M15. Let's just mark that in here. This would be the ones that we're more applied into, M15, and the same thing has to be 115%, preferably. Is not an exact science, but we notice that once it's at that level, it is all system go, right? So, and it could be positive or negative, right? As an example, let's just look for something. All right, so as an example, you see the 112, 140. Imagine that would be in here. It will be indicating to you, assuming this number right there, the 115, right? 138, it would be, this is where the reading would be. It would be indicating that you should be focusing on the buy side of things. Whereas if you notice like the 117 negative in here, and that would be, just substitute that in there, then you would be looking for a long-term perspective on the indices to consider the bearish outlook of it, right? So that's a long-term perspective. For the crude oil is the M60, for the indices is the M15. Now that you have the long-term perspective on the indices, I focus on the M5 and M3. The same thing will apply. I need 150 and then 200. And when you have a full-fledged balance on those numbers, and M15 at 115 or stronger, this is pretty much a full-fledged balance market where you pretty much focus your efforts in the direction of that scenario, right? Obviously, yesterday you saw it, so I mean, I don't need to explain more than that, right? And we'll move along until pretty much we get closer to the 9:30ish and 9 o'clock, and you'll see it. Yesterday we did that. We followed the rules of engagement. We were thorough, specific, and patient, and it eventually obviously paid off for everybody, right? It's not 100% perfect every single time. Today we might do the exact same thing, and perhaps we probably lose money. It's part of the game, but if you're not up to par of understanding and accepting the fact that you might lose money, then trading is not for you in the whole, right? So that's an explanation. That's the overview of what we could expect from the CL at this point, right? Which is the first one that we're probably going to be looking at. 9:30 on, it's going to be the indices, and the same thing, 2 time frames up. See what the whole perspective is. And let's zoom out. And here we have kind of a huge upward movement, pullback area, retest. I see here there's a huge retest in the support area, and the market is indeed trying to break through new grounds. Based on the most recent price behavior, including the overnight session, this is absolutely a very unstable market. It's extremely questionable at this point. What exactly is it that they want to do? So if you're still finding yourself in doubt of what to expect right now, what we like to do, what I'm going to do, let me see if I can. What I like to do is just bring, there's nothing happening so in the market. Let's just put it this way. So I bring a clean chart and I'll go for daily. Let's see what's going on, right? And you start scanning the market. Okay, new highs. So there is a gap right there. Just filled the gap. So that's interesting. Retest and failure. You notice that this high did not take the previous high. That doesn't look decent. They should have continued higher if their intention was there. And the next thing that I noticed right in there, I noticed an immediate kind of an outside bearish bar, if you will. Okay, so that's important right there. I noticed the market went up and closed on the lower 25%. That's kind of a bearish outlook. So this might be kind of a weak beginning of a failure of an intent move to the upside. It's kind of starting to see weak. That's what I'm saying. So you start dropping down. So let's just say I'll go into 120 minute. I mean, sometimes I like that. And then I start to see and scan the market for activities that might be giving me kind of a heads up of what's going on, right? So I notice here a multiple failures of the previous high, head and shoulder. This is a clear head and shoulder rejection, huge downward move. The market move up, failing to take the previous high. Once again, came down. Actually, here's one. One failure, came down. Second failure, huge bearish move. Final intent, and now this one was not able to take the prior one. So now this one failed not once, but twice. And the third one on the overnight session failed not once, twice, but 3 times, right? I'm not saying that they might not move up. I'm just saying that it seems to be having a lot of issues every time that they try to break through new higher grounds. So it's a failure of buyers trying to convey new higher grounds or new levels. So I have an idea that then, okay, based on my analysis, if I become a buyer, I know for a fact now that they're going to have a huge amount of issues trying to move further up. Does that make sense? Yes? So that's my mentality, my mindset. The next thing that I notice is every time that they do a pullback, though, they're really nasty, aggressive. Look at this one. Here, how about this one? It was interesting. The market came up, and look at this bar alone, right? 2 hours, wham, coming down, right? And they slowly and steady take all their time to try to make new grounds to the higher ground and still fail. So, so all I'm saying is every time sellers stepped in, they kind of have a very strong opinion and push the market further down. Whereas buyers, every time that they try to slowly and steadily climb the mountain, just giving them a freaking bad timing to do so, right? All right, so we move into lower time frames and start seeing the failures happening or what's going on. And based on price action structure, this is like all over the place, right? So right off the bat, I notice here they have the important high, the important low, and the market just right in between. So we're cut off between two levels here that, quite honestly, is not producing nothing for me of clarity. The only thing that I notice is that the biggest move is on a downward move, and this is only kind of a corrective mode that I might not be interested in. So having said that, I favor the sellers might be in control, right? Unless they take that high right there, not this one, that one. And once that it's clear, then, you know, perhaps they're going to try to go for the next one, which is a different chunk of change in there. But if they try to take this one, they're going to have a lot of issues immediately right after it. So having said that, I'm not interested. I might not be interested in becoming a buyer for the long term in the NQ. But as a day trader, and everything boils down into become a buyer, and I need to pull the trigger and buy, I need to make sure that I'm going to be tight in my stop or taking my profits as soon as possible. That's a mindset based on the price structure that is going on, and that's what we all should be focusing on right now. I hope that's a very thorough explanation of what to expect every single day. Of course, we do this swiftly and really fast. If you're part of the inner circle, obviously you get it. Because it's just take you a couple minutes to address what I just explained here in kind of 10 minutes. But yeah, so that's the idea. So a break below that 39, obviously round the numbers applicable to the decimal points. A break below 39.75 could trigger 28.75, 24.50, 19.50, 17.25, 74.25. I mean 74 even, 390.50 and 73.70.50. If they take the high, which I doubt, but they do, 63.50, we have an immediate potential resistance point at the 60, which is going to be 70.50, 78 even, 98.50, and 75.06 even. Okay. Okay, so this is the outlook. What is the potential profit today? I have no idea. Let's see. If they break below those no trade zone, the potential profit to the first support is about 10 full points. You make your math. Is that good enough for you to capitalize on your daily objective? Yes, no, and then you construct your plan ahead of it. But based on what we see here, that should be the next support. And if on the way down, stop to the on the way down, you will have a potential of about 10, 25, 15, 21 to 22, and perhaps even a 39-pointer move, okay? Based on the average daily range, which is massive, if you will. We're talking 100-pointer yesterday, and on the US session, it was about 72-pointer, right? So either way, you got plenty of room to capitalize. Now, on the way up, though, you will have 7 points before encountering some resistance, then 14, and then 34, okay? And then you say, all right, so only 7 on the way up minus maybe 2, based on that I'm never going to get the perfect fill. So I'm just going to get up now about maybe 4 to 5 clean points. Is that good enough for my personal objective? And then you construct your plan around that. Whereas if they sell, we have over 10 pointers minus 2. That's still giving me anywhere from 6 to 8. All right, that's applicable, as my first objective typically is about 7 points. I like to go for 5 or 7 points. Each point is $20 in the MQ. 5 points is $100, and then you construct whatever it is that you're looking for. We don't think about ticks. I don't know. On the indices, If you start talking about ticks as a poor mentality, think about points. The market moves 70 points, 85 points for you to start talking about ticks. So don't limit yourself on that thought process, okay? Just start thinking like the big players about full points. All right, so that's the analysis on the NQ. So long look, you see the impulse move on the way down. The market is kind of in a corrective mode. So it seems to me like although we're caught up in the middle of it, we will have to rely on the market opens. When the market's open, that's the first thing. We need to see what the price structure is. We already know where the levels are in the upside, levels are in the downside. Yesterday, you witnessed the power of all of them. So today, hopefully, is a continuation. So you can see that it's not a coincidence. It is an exact art and science on the way that you construct them. We have a no trade zone, which is an area where the unbiased tendency seems to accumulate the most. In other words, it's just kind of a choppy area. We call it the no trade zone, but it's just more of an unbiased or undecisive zones or area. Once they break out of those areas, we move into the next equation. And what's that? We need to make sure that the break have some momentum behind it. And that's where the Oracle comes into play. I want to make sure that either way, up or down, I'm focusing on the right side of the market, right? I'm on the right side of the tendency. So if there is a breakage to the upside, I'm just giving you an example, and all of a sudden you see the number just like this, as it is, NQ, like minus 49, are you going to take the buy? No, there's nothing behind it backing it up. You might see some strength in M1, M3, but if you don't see full-fledged commitment like M5 at 200%, M15 is not even close to 115%. It's just a correction. Let it go. Wait for the correction to be done. The whole thing will be fully fledged in balance, and then definitely we join into the party once everything is backed up. All right. ¿En cuál? Let's see. ¿Qué contrato tú hablas, Juan? Which contract? Okay, crude oil, thank you. Yeah. Juan just sent us here a snapshot of the volume, right, of crude oil. It's starting to shift. We typically change contracts by pretty much the 18th of every month. But we're starting to see kind of the volume starting to shift, right? So still September is the one that we're looking for. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
So here we go. Here we have, okay, let's just recap here about, for instance, crude oil, right? So the first thing we need to understand is M60 above 115%. Yes, it's 240, 230. Buy setup only. We're breaking it for the second time above the no trade zone. All right. Is M15 150? Check. Yes, double that. Is M5 above 200? Is 270? Yes. So that means this is a buy setup, and the next upcoming potential move should be that 68.31. Well, that means then why are you not taking it? I'm not taking it because it's not 9 o'clock, right? It might be a fake out. What? Just because this is lined up doesn't mean that it's going to move swiftly in one single direction. And we're just 10 minutes away from 9 o'clock, the opening, right? It's part of the deal. But nevertheless, they broke outside. It's fully fledged in balance. It seems like what basically should reach and continue further to the upper side. So in other words, today, crude oil is indicating buy setup only. Focus on the buy side as we should continue moving higher. Okay, I just want to add another layer of the threshold on the formula that we follow, which is wait for the 9 o'clock and see what the majority of the speculators are looking forward to do as well. So once again, on the NQ, I'm expecting kind of a bigger correction. I explained this already, so I'm not beating the dead horse with that. So here's the ES, same analysis, a huge impulse move on the way down, very corrective, crazy market. The other thing that we understand at this point is this is kind of a huge range box. Agreed, right? So there is kind of very unstable market at this point. So what I'm trying to convey with this at this point is you need to understand the following. Sometimes if this is kind of trending, this is not, right? If you force yourself in taking a trade in markets like in these conditions, and then you get stopped out and you start reaching the fact, oh my God, I got stopped out. This is just crazy. This system doesn't work. Or I need to start buying another indicator because this is not working. Really? Just make sure to understand where you're sitting at. If you're sitting on the ant farm, you're going to get your butt on fire, right? So first of all, understand what is the conditions of the market based on the price structure. If you understand that, then you will have more clarity on what to expect from your efforts in your trading. And you don't need to start pointing fingers or blaming that the computer is too slow and you need more RAM, or that whatever. You got the point. So own your responsibility in the fact that you need to become an analyst first, understand where you're sitting at, what to expect, and then execute your plan. Okay? So right off the bat, as I said, look, multiple highs, failures back to back on the ES. Multiple lows, failures right back to back on the ES. Right? Oh, I want to become a buyer after the zone. I mean, you said they break the zone, they should continue and go to the moon. Really? All right, let's try. So if they break and we go long, resistance right back to back right in there, less than 2 points. So if you're willing to pick, I mean, if 2 points is more than enough for you, awesome. But granted, understand that's a lot of selling pressures mounting in there, and then in there, and then in there, and then in here, and then in here, and then in here. Okay? At least you know where they are, but they're back to back, right? So you need to understand how much profit potential you're going to have in there in order for you to understand that your speculation and the decisions that you make will have a certain impact on your bottom line, because you will only get a certain amount of profits before encountering some resistance, right? And can you validate that that most likely is going to be a strong one? Go back. What has happened every time the prices have touched it before? This is not going to be new highs. This is a kind of a retest again of whatever they have been trying to do, and the market is being pushed down every time that they have tried to do so. Make sense? And the other thing is, on the overnight session, there is a double failure right there where the last high did not take the previous high, and this one did not take the previous high, and this one did not take the previous high, and so on and so forth, right? And this is kind of the multiple highs that we're looking for to break on the upside. All right, so on the way down, obviously they broke below the no trades, and just recently, look at that double bottom, right? Close to that 31.75. What do you think I would do since it's not 9:30 already? I'm going to extend my zone right in there. See what I'm doing? Just like so, look. Yeah, I can do that, right? Because I want to have full clarity. Oh, it makes more sense now. What do you mean? Look, if they break this one, first of all, it's a purple level. They need to bounce from it. But if they break through it, then there is a kind of a more decent move on the way down. That's a 225 full points on the E-mini S&P, and then for a potential of about 450, a potential of about 750, 850, and so on and so forth, and 1425, right? So that's how pretty much I analyze pretty much the market. And I understand that the most likely scenario could be on the sell side and bearish based on the price action structure. I just need to validate this. How can I validate it? I move on into the Oracle, right? That's what I'll do. All right, so if they break the low, can I join the party? Well, yeah, let's see. M15 is at 115%, not there yet, but look at the top ones. They are starting to turn negative. These guys are starting to look weak. So it seems like these guys are getting ready for a kind of a decent correction. And since the market moves from level to level, and I notice there's a purple one, I can understand right now, right off the bat, that there is a high probability that below the zone, they might jump for that 27.25 area for about 4.5 points. The same thing will apply on the YM. It's even easier to see and more clear to see right in here, right? Look at this. Resistance, support right there. Huge resistance, right? Kind of a triple top. Now here's another failure on the overnight session. And look at the bottom all over the place. Like, what the heck, right? Very unstable market to be trading at. So that means, Carlos, that if I focus on my trading efforts today, I should take my profits as soon as possible? Exactly. That's the whole point. Your mindset, how to deal with situation every single time, right? Depending on the market structure, so you don't get caught off guard. The cool thing is you have, once again, you got all the levels for you. Let me take this extremes here. The break above 321, 320.29 could trigger 352, 375, 408, 428, 475, and break below 247 could trigger a power zone at the 225 and 215, another power zone 191, 182, 153, 2506, and another power zone at 89 to 73. What the heck is the power zone, Carlos? Darn it. Clear it. What's going on? A power zone is when we find ourselves, based on when we do the analysis and we receive the numbers from Skype, from my mentors, and they say we're looking to buy, we're looking to position, not buy, looking for levels, right? We're looking to certain expectancy of a move to certain levels, and we label them, right? When I have more than 5 of them confirmed one on top of each other, or with a threshold of about 1 tick or 2 the most, we turn those into purple. So here's a purple level. But all of a sudden, we see pretty much buying floating orders, which are typical, right? Level 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth. So we get those levels as well, and we see kind of floating orders, right? Or interest of orders being standing by up until that level that we just identified. So from here to here, there is a gazillion multiple layers of orders in different levels right there. That's what we call the power zone, because there is an influx of potentially sellers from one point to the other. On the bottom, potentially lots of floating order buying pressure from one level to the other. So in other words, it fills from the 225 to 215. There is a floating orders at 2, so on and so forth. Yeah, you got the point? So we put them visually represented on a zone, and we call them power zones, right? Because it's highly probable that obviously there's gonna be a lot of buyers stepping in. So as the market comes along, it should bounce from it, right? Pushing as the triggers start setting in, right? Sellers, buyers are gonna start liquidating their positions, and basically it's gonna push the market a little further up. Oh, that means it's going to go up? No, it's just going to obviously push the market for Since there's going to be a lot of buyers in there, going to push the market, probably going to test the prior support turning into resistance and continue on and on. Okay. That's how it works. Long-term perspective, potential bearish outlook as well. Obviously, all the indices, I kind of expect the same thing. As I said, it's more of a copy paste. So you do the, if you do the ES, you do them all. That's the trick. If you do a really thorough analysis on the ES, you're doing an analysis of them all. ES tend to be the leading indicator of the pack. And recently, we just pretty much added here the Russell, because some of you are Russelliers. So basically a clean, oh, here's one. Now, check this one out. Oh, but darn it, that one already moved. Yeah, they're probably reaching or looking to reach that 1680.40. So that, okay, so the market went down. Let me zoom in. You can see it right there. Hold on, wait for it. So you can see the market broke below the zone, came back and retested, and now it's moving along down. Oh, okay. So how can we validate this? Check this out. I bet you it is the only one in balance on the Oracle. Look. Oh, well, actually, the CL is in balance and is about to hit that 68.31. See it? Well, focus on the Oracle now. The only one in balance, take a look at the Russell. M15, one is 115%. Yes, negative. M5 is above 150. Duh. And M3 above 2, double and plus more. Sell setup, suddenly we're going down on Russell. Got it? M60, is it at 115? Yes. M15 on CL, is it at 150, 150? Yes. And M5, is it at 200? Yes. Darn it, that's a buy setup. And there you go. What we don't have and we don't know is how fast it's going to happen, right? It's 9 o'clock. That's the reason the CL is moving. But as I said before, okay, so why is it that you're not joining the CL? I'm going to be honest with you. Because of this. It is a huge downturn move, and I don't feel comfortable trading against this price structure. Yes, they're probably going to move, but it's going to take them a lot of time, right? Because the main trend is down. And yeah, I mean, typically on the regular trading days, on the regular, not like today, there is a presentation going on, and we typically go at it a little bit more hardcore, yes, and be more aggressive, but not today. I don't want to. This is not time for show off. This is not a pissing contest. This is a thorough market analysis, and we just want to make sure everybody makes sense out of what's going on than trying to show off and taking a trade just because I know what's going to happen. No, that bullshit doesn't work here. Okay, we need to make sure that we're doing the very detailed, specific decisions, and because there's money at stake at every single decision that we make, right? So in order for me to do that, I need to make sure that I follow not only the thorough analysis, following the tools and everything, and yes, everything is fully flesh and balanced on crude oil to go long. And it's yes, it will most likely hit that 68.31. The Oracle is suggesting it, and it most likely is going to do it. But I'm adding my layer of personality into the equation, which is this type of trades. So I'm moving along. I'm not taking it. All right, I'm going to let it go. That's what I'm saying. Yesterday we did good. That was great. We took live trades and everything. Today I'm going to let it go. All right, so here's the NQ. Let's just double check. Hey, check it out. It's breaking the no trade zone. That's kind of the warning signal, right? Whoa, it's happening as well on the ES. Just scan immediately on the Oracle. Is it M15 at 115%? Well, it's almost there. The other ones are in balance. M5 is 150. Okay, it's in balance. M3, all in balance. So it's just giving you a heads up, right? Yeah, we're going down. I said it based on the price action analysis. Remember? You see now everything is evolving in front of our eyes. So the analysis came first, no indicators whatsoever. price action was letting us know what's going on. And look now, it seems like that the analysis was spot on. Okay, and that's the beauty of this. So in other words, if this would be the case, yes, this would be a sell setup on the ES. That would be a sell setup, but it's not fully fledged at 115%. That's one thing. And number two, it's not 930 yet. So I'm going to let it go. The only one fully fledged imbalance, guys and girls, is the crude oil. Full-fledged balance, buy setups only, is going long. I am not taking the trade because I don't feel comfortable with the price structure on the bigger time frames. That's my personal preference, and nobody can change that. Am I right? Is that okay with everybody? Moku says, Carlos, 10 ticks enough to move initial stop loss to break even on crude oil? Most likely, Moku, if basically, that depends on your objective. Yes, my suggestion is just lock in at least 1 or 2 ticks, but there is a highly probability that you're going to get stopped out and the market will continue, right? So once again, so it's difficult, Mark. It's just really difficult to answer that question because I don't know what your objective is. So I might as well, if you want to share, what is your daily objective? What are you looking for in terms of outcome? Target hit on the CL. See how beautiful that was? Once again, somebody's going to bash in. Oh my God, you're a bastard. You know, you said that that trade worked in and you didn't take it. You're a liar. Once again, what I called is the fact of the move and the targets. I didn't take the trade, right? I didn't take the trade because I'm not feeling confident with my price structure of this market today. I'm going to let it go. Is everybody okay with that? And I know a lot of people don't like my sincerity, I guess, which I could care less at this point, right? ES 119 ES M15 full-fledged sell setup, next level down 29.50. Just pay attention to the moves. All right, ES, see that? See that? So let's see if indeed they hit those levels now. It's not 930 yet, but I'm interested to see how price behavior behaves. Well, that's kind of a pun intended. So how the price action behaves, that's what I meant. Once the base of the M15 showed 119 in there. So that's kind of a foretell that indeed the move is about to happen or on its way. Crude oil, it's 909, full-fledged bullish outlook, but it's taking forever, right, to hit those levels. Why is taking forever? Because the long-term perspective, it's on the charts, right? The long-term perspective of the charts, it's more bearish than bullish. So that's the reason I don't feel comfortable with it. But the beauty of it is that the Oracle lets you know ahead of time that's the most likely outcome of the move was going to be on that direction, right? Russell, target hit on the Russell move prior to the 930 open, right? Okay, moving along. Juan, can you double check on the positioning of the stop loss on NQ? Wow, it's quite confusing. It's this one, then this one. Yeah.
You want NQ stop or CL?
No, at this point, just get the CL, and then I'll double check with me on the NQ. I got two swing in short term.
My swing one is at 67.94. My short term is at 03, 68.03.
68.03. I got the 94. So double. Okay, we coincided on the 94. Trailing stop on the CL 67.94. Acknowledge. Now, and man, I'm now on the NQ. I am a little bit tempted to short it, but I'm gonna stick with the rules. Next level up should be the 68.58 level on the CL, and we're just going to go on and trail. Yeah. Now 54.25 would be the stop on NQ for swing trading. Acknowledge. That's pretty far. Wow. But it is what it is. ES still imbalance for shorts. Obviously, Russell is going down. The first target has been hit. It's not 9:30. I would like to start trading after 9:30. And once again, for those of you joining in, I didn't want it just because, ¿cómo se dice me dio la gana? Anybody know Spanish? Just because I wanted to. I did not want to place a trade on the CL due to the price structure of a bigger picture. Okay? Thank you, Gus, because you say so. Because I feel like it. There you go. Feel like it. Thank you, Isaias. Appreciate it. Because I felt like it. There you go. The NQ Kid. I like your name. I like that. All right, check it out. The ES, all right, fully fledged imbalance. That was the first one imbalance at ES. Check it out. You should reach that 27.25. I'm going to read the comments in a moment. The 29.50 coming up next. It's the only one full imbalance on the indices. And take a look at the NQ, almost there. So that means that 28.75 should be hit next. Pay attention to it, because what I want you to pay attention today. Yesterday, we show off. We did trades on both sides. It was awesome, blah, blah, blah. Today, I don't feel that comfortable with the CL. I might join the party on the NQ, but in all honesty, pay attention to, it would be very powerful for you guys to pay attention how to read the oracle and the move and the levels. That combination is killer, because if you're just paying attention to what I'm going to do or decide to do, then you're missing the big freaking picture. Like, I'm talking big, huge picture. Thank you, Manny in Madrid. It said, okay, the end kick. I really appreciate the way you're playing it today. It shows a massive amount of discipline, especially with everyone watching. Actually, it gives me more confidence in your analysis and triggered to see you stand outside of this one. Thank you, NQ. Yes, indeed. Yeah. I mean, it's there. I know that it was, it's fully fledged and balanced, but when in doubt, stay out, right? That doesn't mean that it's not going to pan out, right? I know some of my students probably are already in profiting there. That's fine. But yeah, when in doubt, stay out. I'm interested on the NQ though. 115. Ooh, that's a full-fledged balance right there. Let's see if it gets a couple ticks stronger than 115, 118. So you'll see how NQ will hit that 28.75. There you go. John Lancaster, I agree. Struggle with discipline. I will probably take in 5 trades by now. I'm a trading junkie though. I think I need to follow you for a while to get some of this discipline from up into me. Yes, John. I mean, it's just part of the deal. Being happy trigger doesn't pan out. And I'm not saying that you might not be a good trader. Look, you probably have all you need at this point. You probably have all the tools, the indicators, the technique, the strategy. You probably have that. But if you become kind of a happy trigger kind of trader, you probably end up giving back the profits you already made. Does anybody care to be honest enough and press number 10 if indeed that's one of you? Are you trading and you're doing good, but you end up giving back the profits at the end of the month, break even or even lose? Anybody care to say, I'm in? That's me. Press number 10. Let's see who has the. Okay, here we go. We got Manny, Dan, Raleigh. There you go. Let me break it to you guys. All right, are you ready? You are a freaking badass trader then. Let me break it to you. You have what it takes to make thousands a day. Huh? I bet no one has told you that. No other trade room, forum, piece of shit, or whatever it is that you're wasting your time on, or other people. Don't believe what other people say. If you, at the end of the month, you're either breaking even or scratching a little bit of a loss, and you actually made profits and gave them back, what you're lacking is a trade plan. What you're lacking is a little bit of a discipline and a plan of action. But you have what it takes to make your dreams come true. Okay? I'm just saying it right now the way that it is. Put your ego aside. Be humble enough to say, okay, these are my mistakes, and don't start to jump. Don't even sign for our service, period. I'm honestly saying, if you feel comfortable, because what we're trying to provide here is an additional layer of information to enhance whatever you have. But if you're breaking even at the end of the month and you're actually giving back some profits, so you actually make profits and give them back, it means that you're lacking discipline or you're lacking a trade plan of action. That's all there is. But you have all what it takes to be successful. Profitable on futures, 16 out of the last 17 months for 27. There you go, Mark. Way to go. Dan McDowell says, thank you. You are right. Yeah, Dan, I'm just saying. I'm not here to say you're crap or trying to buy my shit or anything. No, I'm here to say it and tell you as it is. Okay? You guys are awesome. Think about it. If you're trading already, you're trading and you're seeing kind of consistent results, positive or negative, it doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, you got to look at it at the end of the month, right? Let's just minimum every 30 days, go and assess your trading results. During it, I gave back my profits. During it, I've been almost breaking even. During it, I'm losing an average of about a tiny bit of my breaking even, right? That means that you have something in place that is working. All you need to do is to deploy discipline. We have a couple of programs for that. We got the Cyber Slap. like the one that I'm giving you right now. So you like it, right? We can do a hot seat and then beat the crap out of you until you make it happen, kind of thing. But hey, I mean, it's just 921. Juan, you see M15 400% on this CL. It's interesting. 288, 300, almost 360.
Yeah.
Huh. I'm curious. Hello, Anna. No, I'm just in a little bit of a rant right now, Anna. So you haven't missed much. Nice to see you again. Oh, there was a CL setup, not a trade. A CL setup above the 6810 with the Oracle fully imbalanced, and the first target hit. And I just said that I didn't feel comfortable taking the trades, Anna, just because I know you came right now. This is the reason I'm not taking the trade. I'm on a 10-minute chart. Everything seems to be bullish. Next level up should be that 58, and probably it's going to hit even the 69 if they sustain the strength as it is. But this is the reason I'm not taking it. If I go to the 60-minute chart, again, I'm explaining it. Wait. Is because of the price structure, right? The huge downtrend move, right? And this is a huge downtrend. So I'm not quite confident that the market indeed might break new grounds until they break that 6902 support area or transition point, right? For me, this could be kind of a pullback and then start come down, or pullback, come down. So that's the only thing that I'm questioning myself about taking the trade, right? So that's a reason for me to stand out. But back into the system, we go back into the 10-minute chart, and the system stipulates, right? It broke outside the no trade zone, check. And M60 is at 200. Let me show you M60. M60 was 291 above 115, check. And then we got M15 at 420. That's way above the 150. And M5 is at 347, right? Which is way above the 200%. That's a buy set of Sony, and it worked out pretty darn good, right? So the potential here was of the move was 21 ticks. Okay. Lost money first 3 years in futures, and then profitable the past 4 years in a row. Net 18 for all 7 years. There you go, Mark. Yeah, it's just all about consistency. 9:30 coming up. Let's see what that brings. I have here, let's see, Bob Smith. Sometimes I take 2 to 3 impulse trades and then have to fight to get my trade money into even or ahead. It takes a lot of trading energy out of me. Sometimes I jump into a trade ahead of my plan. Yes, Bob, exactly. So let me put it this way. Now that you say that, that's a reason we're using all these tools. It's not until everything is fully fledged, in balance, to give you the confidence and the boost that what your decision is going to make at that point will pan out with the highest probability of success. That way you don't jump ahead, and that way you don't jump too late. Does that make sense, Bob? So that's the beauty of, for example, the Oracle with the zones, right, and whatnot. But the Oracle alone is just powerful, right? And that gives you kind of that control and discipline, if you will, because you're just following a strict rule. That was the design. That's the reason that we were able to design it the way that it is. Okay. Hi, Carlos. You're a great motivator. Oracle is like 007 or trading mission. Yeah, that's right. I like that. Like yesterday, you show how to download QLog so that we know to have clock on over screen. Would you, if you have time, please show to put the levels on the chart if you have done on your charts. Basically, the calculators, okay, the calculations and the way that we created them is manually, but we basically use an indicator that is called Ninja horizontal lines, something like that. And basically now you just, I mean, if this is what you're asking, other than the fact that I can't show you how we reach these levels unless you're a student on the inner circle, but basically just click on that and it will show the horizontal lines with the respective number at the end. The reason for that is there is one member just found that indicator and shared it with us. It's Ninja. It was Ninja Co. Horizontal lines. It's free. Go online and you'll find it. Okay. We have no affiliations with those people. And by the way, it is a free indicator, just so you know. Let's see. Ninja Co. Horizontal lines. It is pretty darn cool. Yeah, you go to, if you go to Google, it's right in there, right? Ninja Co. Horizontal line. I think I just, well, no, it was Ninja. That's the name of the company. There you go, Ninja Co. So you click on it, and it's for Ninja 8 and 7, and it's free. Woohoo! Who doesn't like free shit? So there you go. And it's really decent. It's really nice. Okay. Ooh, the NT8 seems to be really nice. Okay, so let's see what we have here. If I've been long since 6810, does that make me a bad person? Bill, that's a good one. Congratulations. May I ask, what was your criteria to actually pull the trigger at the 6810? 2 minutes for the 9:30 mark. How much should be the minimum account size for the NQ? Okay, that's a good question. My suggestion is don't pay attention to what the broker says. They're there to make money, even if you lose. Our suggestion is at least minimum 5,000 per contract. Maybe with 5,000 you can trade 5 contracts. My suggestion, the way that we follow suit the things in with ourselves, right? $5,000 minimum per NQ, but you can do 1,000, you can do 700, not recommended. You know, the bare minimum, maybe 3,500, but stick with the 5,000. You are, yeah, you're welcome. Okay, it says here, all right, awesome. 2 of at 60 and 16, 1 of 22, 34. Stop it at where? What was the stop on?
On NQ?
No,
Or
on CL, I
it's
still
94.
have it at 94.
Yeah, 94. Same here.
Okay. Let's see. 1, 0, 1, 2. Actually, you know what? It could be now 60. Well, I still have it at 94. Yes. But it could also be 68.15, by the way. For me, it's like, yeah, 68.15. Again, I'm not inclining to trade 930s here. See what's going on. 74.20 to 22, 120 to 20. That's all the way down there for the sell setup, potential sell setup on the NQ. Let's see. If you take a closer look at crude oil, your first step is to glance at the Oracle. What is M60 saying? 290, 294, buy setup zone. These guys most likely are going to push the way towards the 68.58. Okay. Again, it's just that I know it gets into my nerves. No, I did not take the trade. I did not take the trade. I'm not interested in taking the trade on CL because of personal preferences, right? So don't you even waste your time typing something negative about it. We just give it about the 15-20 minute threshold on the NQ to see what they're doing. In the meantime, we're glancing at the Oracle and see how things are changing. Typically by 9:34, we might have some clarity. Juan, we're caught up right now in the big range. You see it on the NQ?
Yep. Yes, I see it.
Okay, good. So it's gonna be a no trade between 50 and 21, I think. Yeah. So that means that if it is below 21, it's cool, because then it means that it's this region right there, the one that we need to pay attention to. And it makes sense. Look at the whole mess. Look at the whole mess that they have in here of that range bound crap going on that dies at the 17, 19, and 22.50-ish area. So that's the reason, I guess. Yeah, waiting for the 20 would be great, because quite honestly, take a closer look. Once they clear the 19 and 17, look, it's a clean path towards this 16 pointer, potentially 26, 46, and perhaps even a 64-ish, right? So NQ, M15, 119, fully fledged, imbalance. The Oracle, let's see what we got. Sorry guys, haven't well, someone has been profitable for 4 years. I think I need to. Sorry guys that I haven't been able to see the comments. Okay. 50. Getting ready for the sell setup one on the
I see
NQ.
it.
But there's too much support, right? It just clear at least below that 19. Can you double check the 1950 if it changed? Actually, 1725. There
No,
it is.
it's still valid.
Interesting. Just thank you, Moni, for the screenshot. Crazy move on the NQ. See, guys, I mean, it doesn't necessarily, if the Oracle is fully fledged in balance, that's what the beauty of the levels and the zones come into play. Understand? Now, take a closer look earlier as the CL was fully in balance. Understood. Now, can you see now why is it that I didn't feel comfortable following along with them? It's kind of a symbiotic process, right? Putting it all together. Mess says, you talk about the importance of having a trade planning early. Yes, as a matter of fact, as part of Trading Mission, we have a 2-hour watch over my shoulder trade plan training. Is a 2-hour, it's a 2-part training, but it is a trade plan creation and the market profile. So in other words, the market profile comes first. So you need to understand which market are you going to be trading in and become an expert. Once you gather all the intel for that specific market, and in other words, you become kind of an expert in it, learning and knowing every single detail of it, you transport that information into creating a detailed plan based on your needs. Mess. Does that make sense? So let's say that you need to make 5,000 a month, 10,000 a month. That's most of my students, and they say, yeah, I like the NQ. So we construct a plan of action based on, okay, so in order to be able to do that, we understand first of all how many points the NQ moves, the average points, so on and so forth. We break that down per day. Then we break that down based on per contract. Then if it says that you need to make 40 points move to be able to reach that goal on the monthly basis, that's impossible. It's not going to happen. So that means you need leverage, which means, well, you need at least then X amount of contracts, and that goes back into your financial capabilities. You say, well, yeah, I only have $20,000 in my trading account. That's it. I'm done. Well, that means if we suggest you to go for $5,000 minimum per contract on the NQ, you can trade up to 4 contracts. Now it's easier, right? Now the goals is easier because we're leveraging the volume, right, of contracts to reach our respective goals, right? Which is, in other words, you need to make $500 a day in order to make $10,000 a month. Make sense? Yes. So basically, you say, okay, well, you know what? I'm happy with 5,000. Well, you need 250, right? And that's pretty easy on the NQ, right? Or a 20-pointer move on CL, whereas with per contract, or maybe if you trade 2 contracts, you only need what? 12 points on the CL on 2 contracts, and so on and so forth. But we walked you through the process step by step on how to do that mess. Yes. And of course, if you need some help, well, we can provide it or give you a cyber slap with all our love to keep you on track. Burial says 68.13 in hell for bigger target out with Omega 6, calling it a day. Good luck. You're welcome, Miss. Burial, good job on the Omega 6. Yes. For those of you asking what the Omega 6 is, that's something that members came up with. They notice that every time that we have an entry signal trigger, the market typically moves on the CL 6 points before stopping in a dime for some reason. So it actually provides a huge percentage of the time. It moves about 6 ticks. For instance, once he broke outside that no trade zone, he moved about 11 ticks. You can see here before coming back down. So they notice that 6 ticks is the number. 942. Well, I think we can join them in on the NQ.
Looking awesome right now. We still need to clear that 25, 24,
yeah.
so 24, 25, but.
Yeah. Let's see. Let me put it away. Hold on. Actually, I gotta go from below. Sell stop. Not there yet. Yeah, 25 is the key. Now we just, yeah, we do the cyber slap, but that's with a lot of caring and love, right? There's just make sure that everybody's in the safe side of things, and yeah, you know. Okay, markets are a little bit jumpy, so we need to, I'm going below the market. I want to go in once they break through the layers, right? So take a closer look how powerful that power zone is, 28.75 to 24.50. Can you see how the market reacted from that level? And it's going to take a while until you see it happening every single day, in the point that you pretty much, as some of the founding members here, being with us for almost 5 years now, they kind of counter trend the levels back and forth, right? You can do counter trending and scalping trades. That's okay. Everybody designed their own style, which is great, by the way. I don't know if this is going to pan out or not, but we're going to give it a shot, okay? Let me move into the 5-minute so we can zoom in on the opportunity on the NQ. Okay. Yeah, we need to clear that. So yeah, once again, we need to assess M15 or the indices. This is the levels that we're looking for on the Oracle. We start with the long-term perspective, M15. I need M15 to be 115%. And that seems to be the case. Um, M5 above 150, M3 above 200. Everything is there, but we're still battling some support areas, right? So that's a strong support, 2875, 2450, and then we got another one immediately at 1950, right? And 1725. So these are strong support areas that need to be cleared. So I'm waiting patiently. I'm going to try to not feel the need of jumping in because, you know, I'm going to miss the opportunity and whatnot. It's not the way that it is. Trip Jones says, do you teach entry strategy so we can trade the levels on the Oracle? Trip, no. We do teach one that is what we call the pulling bar technique, okay? We actually give it, you know, we teach it so here in Trading Mission. It's based on price action, so that kind of works out and helps. But no, not as specifically, no. No, this is more applicable for you to actually be able to design your own and whatnot, but the price action structure one could help you tremendously.
All right, getting ready on NQ.
Yeah, they're having a lot of issues. And this is going to take a while because we still need to break that 21 level. Yeah, but everything's Oracle is in balance, so we're good. But this is going to take forever. Kelly G. Ooh, that sounds like Kenny G. I remember you teaching the pulling back tone. I was a member last year, and it's been a massive help. You're welcome, Kelly. Yes, indeed. Thank you for being here for a while. Do you guys trade any size or just one or two lots? Frank, no, yeah. In Trading Mission, we keep ourselves with the bare minimum because the problem is many people tend to follow us. And since they don't know the fact that they need to create and construct their own personal preference in the sizing of their contracts, many people think that if we trade 10 contracts, they have to trade 10. If we trade one, they have to trade one. So we just stick with one or two, and that's it, right? But I got traders who trade 10 lots, 20 lots, right? They're going at it one.
I have confirmation.
Same here. I'm going to take, let's see if we can get the fill. There it is. All right, 250. And I'm going to try to go with this one right there. It's 525. There you go, 775. Thank you, Juan, for the heads up. Locking one take profit. No, not one take profit. We're locking in 2 points. There you go. That's a beautiful entry. Well, spot on, Juan. You're freaking awesome. Man, you're like a sniper. Now.
Yep.
That's a good one. I like that. Good. Wait, I need my bully shot. Hold on. Bully shot. It's right here. Click. There you go. Just at least, it's like a vitamin, right? Like one a day.
And just for the swing trading people, I got my swing trading stop at 41.75.
Thank you. Oh, which one is it?
41.75 swing trading.
41. Hold on now, 41. You see what's going on with the CL, right?
Yep, I see it.
They're reverting. I think they're going to revert. Yeah, big time. Can you tell the guys? I mean, I know this is sell setup. They're going for the sell setup, as I said. The reason why I stood aside on the CL is because this guys, it's highly probably they're going to tank. Yeah, there you go, guys. You see the reason why we did not join the party on CL? 11 pointers, 10 pointers on the NQ. Well, what was your trailing stop? I got mine all the way up at 34.25 or 75.
Yeah, that's the daily one, the swing trading. I have it at 41.75. But yeah, my next stop will be that one.
Okay, we got a new one. Wait. I have a new one.
Yeah, I have a new 21 level.
Yeah, 22.25. So there you go. I'm okay. We're on safe ground now. 22.25 stop. Let it go. Let's see how we can just. I'm trying to nail the 74.25, right? Okay. Here's another lesson. If I want to nail, listen to me. If I want to nail the 74.25, that's like being very specific. I want to make sure that I get filled. So I just put it about 2 ticks higher in order for you to make sure that you get filled. Okay, let's see. Mass says thanks, sounds perfect. Probably need that, yeah. Sure, Jim, do you teach entry? Okay, I already did answer that. I remember it. Okay, I still use it. Okay, short NQ29, Sloan, even awesome call. You're welcome, Sloan. Yes, 14 ticks out. Beautiful, right? It's pretty awesome. So is this one? 1, 2. 21.75 now. This is swing trading. We're trading the stocks based on swing trading because take a closer look at how beautiful is turning this, right? So this could be a 20-pointer or whatever that is. I have no idea how many points. It's 15 already. So I don't know what your objective is, right? I have no idea what your objective is. Let's see here. How about RTY McDonald? What about okay. Dan, just let me know what you need and we'll try to help you there, buddy. Let's see. Okay, I see even if you have good numbers on NQ and your support, stay away from the trade. Bob, yes, because it was a combination, excuse me. It's a combination of not only the Oracle, but the price action and the levels. Does that make sense, Bob? Where did you enter NQ? It's right there, 74.25.75. Right in there. Oh, got it. Awesome. Yeah, the rocket right there. Dan, does the levels help you in any way? I just need to know because it takes a lot of time for our efforts to put them on. So just let me know if the levels help you. Very much so. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Yes. Okay, awesome, man. Guys, this was a beautiful entry right by Juan. I mean, it was awesome. Now we're trailing the stop. Let's see if we don't get stepped out. This is a swing trading stop loss selection. Let's see if we nail that. Okay, Carlos, to trade like you do here, we need to join and follow along, right? Do any of you students go solo? Yeah, most of them are. Yeah, that's a point of learning. Yes, indeed. Juan trades on his own. He actually gave us the entry today. I didn't. It takes a lot of patience and practice. That's for sure. let's see we don't get stepped out. Come on, boys. Give me one more push. Oh, here we go. Come on, here's a transition. There you go. Come on, come on. Come on, baby. 19, 21, 25. 11 points in Q5 contract. Thanks, guys. Great call. You're welcome, NQ Kit. Hopefully you enjoy it and be part of our VIP underground society. 725 first contract. Juan, just wondering if you guys ever set up a managed account. We used to, but not anymore. But we do have an alternative for that, Mark. So note it. I'll keep you. I'll take your email, and yeah, we'll let you know if something comes up. But you know, we stopped a little bit on taking accounts, so we actually drop it down, right, from 6 to 3 clients, and that's it. And we're partners on each one of those accounts, just so you know. Well, I think the first one was 725.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I can see the CL breaking grounds, but we need to clear the 67. Let me know if that's right. Okay. I'm not interested in CL today. I'm mad at them. Yeah. Bye. Okay, one more transition on the NQ and we should be good. 97.50, 74 even. Come on. Come on. Sam, nice seeing you, my friend. Thank you. Let's see.
I got now 90-50 purple.
Yeah, I got Joel sending us his result. A good thing that somebody asking your students go solo. Let me see if I can share this on Skype. Hold on. Let me. Well, I just posted you some information. Let's see, from yesterday. All right, I'm gonna share this. Darn it, I don't want to show his name though. Oh, maybe it doesn't count, but hey, for everybody, all right, never mind, I don't care. Let's see if I move it. I just got this on Skype. You see the Skype right there? I got this from one of my students. Isn't that something? Nice heavy hitter, right? Let's see if I can share his message actually. Let's see. Yeah, it's just that I don't want to show his name because he doesn't like it. Yeah. Screw it. You see Joel Jimenez right there? My results from yesterday. So there you go. Just so you know, there is full transparency, right? Wow, you see that one? You see that?
It's awesome.
That's awesome. We got to talk to him later on. All right. I'm so proud of him.
Carlos, I have 90-50 purple.
I see transition on the NQ.
Yep.
Oil Baron took 12.5 points on NQ, just couldn't hold my nerve anymore. Oil, that's a Baron, that's a good point right there. Why do you think we're holding? You got any idea? Come on, look at the Oracle. M15, 300%, M5, 400%, M3, 390 something. It's just telling us hold positions will keep going down. Got it? Eventually you're gonna get it. But it's just awesome. JB, pick up 27 points on 2 contracts entries. NQ, very nice. You're welcome, JB. Then took 6 points on 1 NQ contracts. Thank you, guys. You're welcome. Let's see what else. Still holding. Can you explain why you did not take the long trade in CL? Sorry, I came into the chat late. Oh, sorry, we were just having kind of an inside joke. I said that it's just because I felt like not doing so. But basically, the reason why is because on the long-term target, I mean, on the long-term chart, it was more of a downtrend than a bullish buy trend. So once again, it's although it looks bullish when I switch to a 60-minute chart, Alex, it's just more of a bearish outlook, right? Price action. This is more of a pullback. So I didn't feel comfortable taking that trade. That was my personal reason for it, okay? It's still, the setup gave about 20 ticks for those who, you know, took it. But that was my reason. You're welcome, my friend. Juan, you got a request to explain your secrets of managing emotions on swing trading. You might want to shine in.
Start treating your account as it is same account. That's a secret. New lows. Here you go. Almost there. Almost there. Oh, come on. Anybody care to see if we're going to hit it or not? Isn't that awesome? What a great trade. Come on. There it is. There you go. We're done. Beautiful trade. Great job, Juan. Yep.
You see, the Oracle told us hold positions to the downside. That's where we're going. Boom. Right? And look at that, man. It's extremely red. YM following suit. ES not much, but the ES just hitting right now the first target. Let's see this one. YM is about to hit the target, right? And so on and so forth. Okay, so we're done, guys. Focus only on what's in balance. If you notice here now, the Oracle on the crude oil is mixed, no trades. Don't even dabble with it. Forget about it. Okay. So 2 days in a row where we walk you through the processes, how we go around our trading style and Trading Mission 2.0. Basically what we have done, we have enhanced our approach in a very systematic process where you don't leave anything out of sight, if you will, right? We do a pre-market analysis, pure price action, understand where we're at and what we should be expecting from the market. Once that's done, we create potential objectives up and down. It doesn't matter if the market goes up or down. We know exactly where most likely they will go and hit those levels with high accuracy. We already know that. We've been doing that for a lot of years, and it's as simple as that. And then we create this no trade zone will give us kind of a heads up on our idea where the market most likely is going to be unbiased, and we should not be tampering within that range area. Then we move on into the Oracle to validate the trend, right? Once those levels are broken or the no trade zone is broken, we move into the Oracle to validate the fact that we're taking position and ownership in that direction only and focus exclusively on that. So for example, take a closer look how that 74.25 held by the tick in the market is bouncing from it. Those levels, my friends, are extremely powerful and calculated, all done for you, right? So this is the most important thing that I need you to pay attention to. It's the levels and the Oracle. Do not pay attention on the way that we trade, the way that we pull the trigger. Some of you actually entered earlier on the MQ than we did. I just want you to own this, make this your own, enhance your trading like no one else before. And granted, we are the only ones online in the trading arena with this technology. Been there, done that, search it, and we got awesome colleagues. And you know who you are. You're here in the group right now, who runs other trade rooms, and they're part of Trading Mission, not because of what we do in the pre-market analysis. These guys are pros. It's just because they want to take advantage of the levels and the Oracle, right? But they are badass traders on their own strategies. And thank you very much, guys, for being here with us. So I don't want to, I just want to be professional enough to thank you for the bottom of our house to support us. And yeah, we don't compete, we help each other out. So thank you. All right, so basically that's what we got for you guys. So Jimmy, can you let me know what is that that we got for our friends here? If you're here and you're still here, you like what you saw and experienced, you like the community. Okay, elite traders. All right, awesome. All right, so what we're going to do, we got kind of an offer going on. You go to tradingmission.com. Very straightforward, simple. Just you can read all this stuff. Here's Mel. This is the trade plan, 2-hour trading plan, and trade plan and market profile strategy training in order to create your daily plan of action. This is absolutely free. Please go through this the first time. I just implore you, if you remember, to go through it. I know that it's long, it might be boring for some of you, but it will change everything. So just click on the join room. Okay. And what was the code? And you have a special discount code, Elite Traders. There you go. Thank you. So we copy this. So basically you go in here, it's $297 a month, but for the first month, guys, we're giving you, I need you to pay attention to what we do and learn from it. Just Elite Traders on the promo code, just copy and paste it in there or just type it in, apply, and it will take $100 off, right? And then you can just pay with credit card, PayPal, and the cool thing is you can cancel anytime. No hard feelings, right? Hopefully you don't. We got people with almost 5 years with us on the evolution from the beginning stages to now. The most important thing that I need to understand is that This alone, this training alone, we charge $197 for it, for each person that we go along and teach them and how to do this, right? So at least you're walking away with a badass training, number one. Number two, every single day you see us live. And number three, you get to use the Oracle from the opening of 8 o'clock every day all the way up to 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So even though that we're done right now, we just pretty much keep going on our own. We mute ourselves here, and you guys keep using the Trend Oracle. Why are we doing this? Because the cool thing about it is that by doing so, all you have to do, let's just say that you trade the NASDAQ, you can just, the way that we're layering in here, you can just put a chart right beside it. This is how we trade, by the way. I'm just setting up. This is how Juan and myself trades. We got multiple screens. When one screen with just exactly this setup that you're looking at right now, it looks more like that with the clock on top. And we trade for the CL and the NQ, right? That's basically what it is, okay? And that's the reason we just laying out the Oracle as it is, so that way you have the capabilities of layering on the right side your favorite charts and trade accordingly, okay? John Lancaster, 27 points, NQ, 3 lots. Oh my God, awesome. Great job, my friend. Very professional analysis and execution. Thank you very much for that kind words. Harry, great. Congratulations, Carlo. Harry, thank you very much. Dave, 19 full points for Dave. Very accurate. Thank you, Jerry. All right, guys, thank you very much. Awesome trades, folks. Absolutely perfect. Took 19 on NQ just now. I was happy to follow live after yesterday's spectacular performance. Thank you, Sammy. I really appreciate the fact that you guys spend some time with us. I know you got options out there. There's a lot of awesome traders out there, great services, but none, I'm gonna be honest, none has produced the level of intel that a day trader must have every single day before plunging into the market like we have done. So I urge you to give us the benefit of the doubt, and here's my quiet, brutally honest appeal for you. Just give us a chance and take us for a ride for just 1 month. Don't commit for 3 months or 6 months. I don't care. Just 1 month. Okay? If you do that, I will guarantee that your trading will transform. You are in the brink of the evolution of Trading Mission, and this is absolutely something that we are really focused on. We've been doing this for almost 5 years now, growing strong, slowly and steady, extremely high caliber quality of traders here. We got hundreds of traders, but not everybody in here will shine in on Chatzy, because these guys are professionals and they just care for the information. They own the information and they focus on their trading. But that doesn't mean that you learn from top-notch traders in Chatzy, right? You just get in there, ask questions. If I'm not there, Juan might be there, Jimmy's there, Pete there. As the Trading Mission team. But if not, the fellow members here are badass traders. My God, and the ladies, oh my God, the ladies are even better, quite honestly. No shaming, no, I'm not bashing you guys. I'm just saying that for the ladies have this uncanny ability of, I don't know, fine-tuning things in such a way that we men's don't. So got to be honest with that. So there's there's a great world of quality of a quality community that you're going to be joining in. All right, so it's $100 off on the first month, and then you decide if you continue or not. The beauty of it is that you get to access this every day from 8 o'clock that we launch. We open every day until 2:30, And granted, guys, this is not being sold anywhere. It never will be sold. We only have, we provide access besides trading mission, just so you know. We provide access to this tool only to our private VIP students, which no one else, because we're not taking any more students. And they have their own online version of it, of this. It's the exact same thing. And even so, they pay $200 a month, just so you know. Okay? I'm being brutally honest because you're getting like the best of both worlds, right? The levels, the commentary, pre-market analysis, right? The community, and also access to the Trend Oracle every day. All right, so can you show an equity curve of all the trades taken in the room? John Devron, I don't know if I can. I'm not in charge of keeping track of it, but yeah, we can ask. Just send us an email and we'll try to do our best to send it, John. And by the way, John, things changed since February on. So it's been, you know, we just added what you've seen. If you're seeing us for the first time, it's a big, huge difference from what we used to. Okay. Manny says, do I lock in for $197 per month if I stay more than a month? It's $197 per the first month, Manny. But I think if you were before, just talk to Jimmy. But it's just the first month. It's just the reason being is because it's just since we need to leave this on for a longer period of time, the resources are costing us a tiny bit more, right? And I think it's kind of worth it anyway. DP, the community here is priceless. Trading get very lonely, and that brings more trading. Yes, indeed. Any other questions? Let's see. After Ken, the question is, oh, room opens at 8. When do you usually start taking trades? We take trades after 9. Well, after 8:30, if there is high impact report and we see it fit, we'll take the trade. If not, we wait for the opening of the crude oil at 9. If not, we wait for the 9:30 mark on the indices. Okay. We only try to take one good trade and we're done. You're welcome. Let's see if I think I'm missing a couple of, how do I get set up on that my charts mimic what you have there? Oh, you just, as I said, you just download the indicator from Ninja Co, right? It's free. Just go to their website and download it. It's free. And basically the way that you draw the lines and everything, you just go here, click the horizontal lines, and then double click on them and change the color the way that we do. Something like that, right? And then I turn down in purple and so on and so forth. And here's a trick. Once you do that, check this out. Let's say that I wanna, you wanna put a 6880 level, and it's a green one. Just take the first one that you did, click on it. You control, copy, paste, and just drag the new one right in there. See how cool that is? Pretty fast, easy. Same thing with the blue ones, or whatever lines you decide to do, copy, paste, and then drag it where you want it. Okay, that's a trick that we do every day. All right, that helps. Hope that helps. Let's see what else. John says, love trading with you these last 2 days. This is the best trading room experience I had. Best trading for being trading for 5 years. We'll join for a month and follow along. Took 19 on NQ today. Thank you, John. We really appreciate the fact that you're giving us a try. Thank you once again. We hope that we can keep you for a very long time. Sounds good? I appreciate it. Thank you, my friend. Let's see. I want to answer some questions that I know. What workstation do you use? NinjaTrader. The reason being is because most of our tools are built on NinjaTrader. Is there training with membership? Yes, Carmen, there are training within the membership. Yes, it is. Are the official calls usually NQ and CL? Yes, Ken. We focus on NQ and CL mainly. We're slowly shifting into the NQ because CL has been kicking our butts recently. So, but we're honest and transparent about it, just like today, and we'll give you the reason why for it. Like for instance, it didn't feel comfortable on the CL. Now you see the reason why, right? It didn't feel comfortable because of the price structure, and even though the setup was perfect, it gave 20 point or 20 ticks, whatever. For me, that wasn't the outlook, and look, the market dropped 59 points. So I kind of feel like I was right. Now I'm just trying to show off now, but right, it's easier said than done, right? But I gotta take it. I gotta do it, right? Liz says, I will definitely join you. This 2 session has been exactly what I'm looking for. Liz, welcome. So awesome. I'm assuming based on their name and color that you are a lady. So welcome. Another gal awesome in the room. I love it. Does the discount apply for subsequent month? Carmen, just for the first month. I'm sorry for that, buddy, but that's yeah, we gotta keep afloat to try to keep everything moving. Pack up another 7.5, 34 point. Whoa, JB just made 34.5 points. That's freaking awesome. Wow. Great job, buddy. And JB, 34 points. John Lancaster, 27 points in 3 lots. Woo. All right, so you haven't said your name. Sorry, I'm just scrolling back. Great job, very accurate. Okay, Dave 19, there you go. Sammy David Jr. John Devron, how the Oracle levels made. That's a proprietary tool, my friend. We got to keep the ace under the sleeve. It's a program that we had it done, which combines order flow, volume, tick transition, and some other stuff in it. You put it on the blender and you get the Oracle. Richard, can you show again the link for that awesome indicator? Which one? The Richard? Let's see what else we got. Hold on. It took 19 points on NQ today. Awesome. You're welcome, Amy. What do you teach with monthly membership? How and where to draw lines here, for example? We don't teach on the membership how to reach the analysis. That's something that we do on a course. It's called the Inner Circle. We don't offer that. It's not open every day. It's open once every couple of months or something like that, Carmen. So we're not in the business of teaching in Trading Mission. It's more of the pre-market analysis and the work on the Oracle for basically that combination. But if you're open and looking forward to it, in learning how to draw the whole thing, then just pay attention or be at the look whenever we reopen the Inner Circle. Okay. I think there's a lot of students on the Inner Circle today here with us. So, Richard, let me know which indicator you're talking about. So once again, guys, go to tradingmission.com/backdoor, like in here, right? And then just scroll, read if you want, join the room. Very straightforward, simple. And then it will give you kind of the details. It's $297, but the first month is going to be $100 off. All you have to do is put the code in there. Oops, that says Elite traders, I think it is. Okay, and you will get the discount for the first month, right? Remember, you're getting from 8 o'clock all the way to 2:30 access to the Oracle, which is what most of the people have been asking since we introduced it. And we're not selling it, by the way. It's not going to be for sale. All right, so I think we've covered most everything. Hey guys, so by a show of hands, what do you think about what you experienced in the last 2 days? I know that many of you have expressed your awesome comments, but you like it so far? Do you think this is absolutely something that could transform your trading or enhance your trading to the better? I mean, we're open to for suggestions and whatnot, and we can apply it. Then we'll try our best, right? But hope you enjoyed it, right? So the most important thing is like trying to get results, right? It's difficult to have 200 or 300 people watching as we do commentaries, answering questions, and then trading, then making sure that we're making the right decision on top of everything. And it's quite difficult, right? So, but even so, we tried our best. And one of the best way for us to be able to comply and have good results is because we try to make everything mechanically, right? And that's what the levels comes into play, the no trade zone and validations on the Oracle, just to make sure that we mess up the less possible. Also the use of the instrument. It says knowledge about future. Okay, I like what I suggest. I have no knowledge about futures. There you go, Antonio. Yeah. Yeah, we'll slowly and we'll slowly, gradually, we can teach you as the days goes along. Cannot find horizontal lines, online horizontal levels. Hold on, PJ. Hold on. Let me try to get that. Hey, welcome, Jerry. Charles, welcome back. Sam. Awesome. Thank you, Marnie. David, thank you, guys. All right, awesome. So I hope if you got any questions, just let us know. There is a moment, because in a few minutes, I got to go and start paying attention to my students and clients on the side. Appreciate it. But we're here. I just want to make sure that I can cover as many questions as possible. One of them being the horizontal line means that. Hold on, I'm going to give you the link. I'm going to post a link for the horizontal lines in Chatzy and in the Skype. I mean, not Skype. The heck. And copy. Okay, Chatzy first. Indicate toe. All right, control paste. Yeah, that's it. Boom, there it is. Guys, I just posted the link for you guys. Juan, can we add that link in the top side?
Just 1 second.
All right, yeah, that's a good idea. So what we're going to do, once you're a member, right, everything is just click in here, What we're going to do, we're going to add it up on the bottom right here. So the link is to download that free tool. It's going to be over anywhere in here. Awesome, good idea. Yes, let's do that. And okay, Antonio, let me see who else needed that. Cannot find control page.
Right, done.
Thank you, Antonio. So let's see. Yeah. Please, can I receive an email where I can set up my platform for the trial and try to practice and subscribe? Antonio, just go to ninjatrader.com and download the platform. It's free. Antonio, okay? And I'm sending you also the link for the indicator. Once you download the platform, you can install that and yeah, practice with it. Can you show us again the link for the awesome indicator? I guess you're looking for this as well. There you go. Richard, I just included that. There you go. All right, welcome Taylor, Nicholas, Mike, and everybody else. You guys are awesome. For NQ and CL, what are your typical stop amount? Okay, that's a good question, Ken. And the thing is that it varies from day to day. We do not set a specific stop loss because we are based on price structure, right? Sometimes it's a bigger stop, sometimes it's a tighter stop. Like yesterday, I don't know if you were here yesterday, but just as a reminder, this could change your trading, by the way. Remember yesterday when my stop was over 40 ticks in CL? Yes or no? Anybody remember? I need to know. So I know that I can, the point of reference where I'm heading towards to. So yesterday we had a setup in CL, but the stop loss was, I think it was like 41 or 47 ticks. I typically trade 2 contracts, and I like to max at 30 ticks maximum risk exposure per contract. That's what I am allowed to take, okay? So I can risk a maximum of 30 ticks per contract. But yesterday it was 47, I think it was, way above my maximum threshold. But there are 2 things that happened. I cannot change the stop loss, right? But also I cannot trade that, more than 2 contracts because it's just overextending it. So what I did is since I can't change the stop loss and I still wanted to take the trade, so basically I minimized the impact of the loss, right? By just minimizing the leverage to only 1 contract and leave the stop where it's supposed to be. Hope that kind of makes sense, Ken, right? Sometimes if you place your stop based on emotions, let's say I'm not willing to risk more than $210, or I can't lose the 150, you will not be successful at trading, guaranteed. That is going to happen because, granted, let me know if this is true or not. If you're thinking, if you place your stop loss based on emotions, this is what's going to happen, or this is most likely what is being happening to you. You're being getting stopped out and still being right on the trade. All right, awesome. All right, let me see if I got another question. Would like to start next Wednesday, if possible, JB? Absolutely, welcome next Wednesday. Wednesdays are good. Crude oil report. Awesome, guys. So any other questions before we log off? I think I got a couple. I usually take trades after 8:30 Central Time. You usually take trades 8:30. 7. What is the center? That's 2 hours from here. Central time. Let's see.
1 hour now until time zone hits in.
So like 7:30, in other words. Central time is, hold on. So it would be 9:30. I'm sorry, 9:30. So basically, yeah. I usually wait until 8:30 your central time. Yes. Dan, so you're right. Yes. What time zone are you in? I'm Eastern Standard. And 10:36. Yeah, it's Eastern Standard. Yes. Some traders just place a stop according to their risk amount and get stepped out all the time. Yes, exactly, Ann. That's a problem. Exactly. We let the chart tell us based on price structure where to place the stop. It is not 100% foolproof, but it's certainly gonna gives us a better outlook of what we're looking for. All right, and then we trail it as soon as possible. Okay. Can you please expand so I can see the next level up? Luis, all you have to do, Luis, listen, everybody. All you have to do is click on the yellow part here, right? Click on it. If it opens, it will open up. Let me see. There you go. Click on it. It will open up, and just click on this link right there. And guess what? You will get all the levels for you right in there. It's an image, and you save it. And you're absolutely right. If you can't, if the stop loss is way too big, just walk away or do what I did: lower the amount of exposure by lowering the amount of contracts. Luis, does that help you? Luis, click on it, and these are the levels for you. Juan just added the horizontal line indicator right there. Awesome. Thank you, Juan. Okay.
You're welcome.
All right, guys. So I think we are done for today. You are being absolutely awesome. Great. And appreciate your time. One thing before I go on, I would like to say I'm a family man. And I always suggest to everybody to please share the love with your loved ones. If you still got your folks alive, God bless them. Call them up, tell them that you miss them. Hopefully you're in the good standing with them. But if you're not, just make amends. Just don't hold grudges. Just clear your conscience. It will help you in your trading. That's guaranteed. And there's nothing more than have a clean conscience and being happy. And we only live one life. I mean, it's just so stupid to be an attitude every single day. Try to lead other people's life. I mean, I hate Facebook. Anyways, the point is that focus on what's at stake, which is your life and the ones you love, and make the best out of it. Okay. Hopefully here in Trading Mission, we can convey that message. Yes, we picked the market because I think it's the best bang for the buck in terms of returns. Besides that, we're trading junkies. I love what I do. Juan loves what he does, and I mean, this is an awesome community. And somebody said it. There's nothing better than trading with equally minded gals and pals, and most importantly, always respect each other and help each other as much as we can. Sounds good? You're awesome, guys. All right, so God bless, and I'll see everybody, each and every one of you, tomorrow. Just think about it. Just give us the honest, trial for at least 1 month. You will not regret it. The worst is going to happen even if you cancel. you know what's going to happen? You're going to learn a freaking ton about price action and price structure. I guarantee you that. You will not get any other coaching program like that. $497. I wish I had. All right, guys. So I'm gonna leave you with the trend oracle. Don't give your money back into the market and don't overtrade. Cheers. All right, Charles. Welcome, Charles. Awesome. All right, guys. So take care and see you tomorrow. Bye.